Good afternoon, everyone. Happy summer. Welcome to the Parks, Recreation, and Community Services Commission meeting. It is June 17th, starting at 2:39 p.m. My name is Regina Joy Alcazar, president of this commission. And can we go to roll call, please?
Certainly. Commissioners Kalfayan,
Present.
Meek,
Here.
Sardarbegian,
Present.
Wolfson. Here. Ex officio Commissioners Kevorkian and Minassian are absent. And President Alcazar.
Here, thank you.
Report of recording clerk regarding posting of the agenda. The agenda for the June 17, 2024 regular meeting was posted on the bulletin board outside City Hall on or before Friday, June 14, 2024. Item 2, introductions and presentations at A, recognition of cruise night sponsors.
Good afternoon, President Alcazar and members of the Commission. I'm Gabrielle Golia, and I am the Community Services Manager, and I oversee Cruise Night, like always. So, Cruise Night is coming soon. We are so excited to have it back again this year. It will be on July 20th, 5:30 till 10:30 p.m. in downtown Glendale on Brand Boulevard. This year, so far, we have already been the recipients of some very generous sponsorships. We have raised $40,000 so far to help support the event, which is amazing. Right now, we have 212 cars registered, and more are coming in on a daily basis. So we anticipate up to 400 cars again this year. So it's going to be a really great event. We're expecting 35 to 45,000 people to come and join us for the event. And as always, we'll have Mr. Rock and Roll as our MC at the main stage with our fun bands coming. Today I wanted to recognize our 3 top sponsors. One was able to join us here today, the other 2 unfortunately weren't able to make it. But we have various levels of sponsorships available for businesses in the community to support us. This year we were really grateful to have a sponsorship from BMW. Pacific BMW reached out to us. BMW as a whole is sponsoring us as the presented by sponsor. So that's a really great sponsorship. And then in addition to that, Greater Downtown Glendale Association is one of our platinum sponsors. And Community Development, Economic Development Department is also one of our platinum sponsors. And we have Juan Gonzalez here today from Economic Development in order to accept the certificate. And then the other 2 will make sure that those sponsors do get them. This is Juan.
Good afternoon, everyone. Economic Development is proud to support Cruise Night. It's one of the Glendale signature events, so it's just awesome to be here. Thank you for putting on Cruise Night, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of this event.
Amazing.
And I don't know, Regina, if you want to come down here and we can take a picture and present the certificate. Wonderful. Thank you, Juan.
Oh, no problem. So good to see you. I think the last time I saw you was at Ciclavia.
Yeah, I know, a few years ago, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, this is
You
for
too.
me. Good to see you.
Thank you, Juan. And just to give a recap that Economic Development has been a very generous sponsor of this event for many years. Without looking at the history, I feel like it's close to 10 years now that they've been sponsoring us and supporting the program, supporting the fireworks portion of the program, and we're very happy to have them as part of it. Thank you.
And sorry, thank you for turning my mic on. Just to give the folks in the public information, our 29th annual cruise night is Saturday, July 20th, right? 2024, and it starts at 5:30, so we'll see everybody there.
Yes, and it's downtown Glendale, so Brand Boulevard. It starts at Broadway, and the main stage is at the corner of Milford and Brand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is 2B, introduction of new or promoted CSP employees.
I'd like to introduce you to, you have met previously, but I'd like to introduce you to our newly promoted Senior Park Services Manager, Jesus Arias. He has been with us
Oh, it's going to be a year in July
Coming-
30th.
coming up on a year as a park maintenance supervisor in the Verdugo Park, north end of town. He's done just a spectacular job. We had hired him from the city of Torrance, where he was a supervisor as well, but he was doing the sort of their projects for Torrance as the position we've just promoted him to as the Senior Park Services Manager for the project crew, where he'll be overseeing all the projects that you will see in the activity report and have seen, as well as the irrigation repairs, upgrades, and more construction-related items. So we're lucky because he's got a great deal of experience. He's actually a licensed contractor in the state of California, and he's just been spectacular for us here in the city. We're very, very fortunate to have him. This is Jesus Arias, our new Senior Park Services Manager.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Mr. Arias, and you must be doing really good on what
Yes,
you
he
do,
is.
so
I can assure you. he
to
is.
move up so quickly, thank you so much for
Yes.
your service.
And he will be introducing our newest groundskeeper too, Elisa Torres.
Well, good afternoon, President Alcazar and members of the commission. My name is Jesus Arias, and newly appointed Park Services Senior Manager. And here I have Elisa Torres. She started back in 2019. Her dad was actually a concrete and asphalt superintendent here in the city of Glendale. And she decided to take the career path of the city, and here she is since 2019. And she started off as a seasonal worker for Park Services, moved on to be a G1 hourly, and then G1 salaried, and now G2. Elisa, I mean, she's been a tremendous worker. Any task that I put in front of her, she's taken it by the horns and attacked and get it done. That's her model, get it done. And I'm really, really, really appreciative of her work and proud of her. Elisa Torres.
Thank you.
Congratulations, and similarly, thank you so much for your service as well. 5 years, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you very much. You're working with a
Congratulations.
good group.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you both.
Thank you so much, appreciate
you.
it.
Next on the agenda, item 3, upcoming council agenda items.
All right, good afternoon, President Alcazar, members of the commission. We have 3 items coming up on June 25th. The first item is a joint City Council and Housing Authority meeting. Acceptance of grant funds from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development for the 2023 Continuum of Care Program, and note and file the City of Glendale's 2024 homeless count. The next item is Amendment 3 for fiscal year 2024-2025 LA County Aging and Disabilities Baseline Funding Allocation in the amount of $75,000 for the Senior Supportive Services Program. And the third item is Elderly Nutrition Program Subaward of grant funds from Los Angeles County on Aging and Disabilities for fiscal year 24-25 baseline funding in the amount of $470,000.
Thank you, Director Bulunikian. Next item, please.
Next, item 4, commission staff comments.
Comments, I would like to see or hear if there's been any results from the survey requests for Adams Square Mini Park and the Mayor's Park. Have we gotten responses for them?
Great question. President Alcazar, members of the commission, I do have our park planner, Mr. Joe Gonzalez. to briefly talk about the surveys at both parks.
Hi, good afternoon, Commissioners, President Alcazar. I just want to provide a quick update that, so we do have a survey out now for playground replacement projects, both at Adams Square Mini and Mayor's Bicentennial Park. So there are two surveys that are live. So far, I believe we've received almost 200 responses for both combined. So at the next commission meeting, we can provide a summary of those responses. Or actually, we'll present them as a package with some conceptual designs that we consider based off that feedback. And to note again, the survey will be live through June 23rd. And just to note as well, at the next commission meeting, we'll be providing a full CIP update so we can update on all the current CIP projects. I also want to mention that the Emerald Isle playground replacement is also underway. So that construction started about 3 weeks ago, and it should conclude mid-July, but we'll provide updates as next month as well. So is there no other questions?
I just wanted to say thank you for putting up the big poster in the park so that, the parents of the kids who come to these parks see it. And that really increased the responses, I believe.
Yeah, the Adams got the majority of responses. Everyone seems very in tuned and interested in supporting that project.
Quick question. I think you kind of just answered it. You said that Adams Square got more response to the surveys. Are we getting responses from the Mayor's Bicentennial people?
Yes, I believe there's almost 50 responses,
Oh, that's good.
but the Adams one seems to be a lot more getting a lot more attention. But
So it's good to, I'll just punch it again. The survey is open until June 23rd. So if you're out there listening, this is your chance. Thanks so much.
And that survey is available on the capital improvements subpage on the city's website.
Capital Improvement subpage.
Yes.
Look for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I had one other.
Sure, go ahead.
My other comment was, I was recently visiting family in Tennessee, and as I was walking their dogs, I noticed that many of the trees along the street had a sign label, I will call it, on them saying this is what kind of tree it is, whether it be a crepe myrtle or a sawtooth oak, which I'd never heard of before, or several other things. And I thought it was very nice to see these trees and say, oh, that's what that is. I would highly recommend, I'm going to talk to our forestry people and see if they would be into doing something like that, even if it would require, raising funds for it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments from commissioners? Good.
I like to take this opportunity and wish all the fathers here and fathers are watching us happy Father's Day. And also I like to congratulate all the graduates at this season. It's a time for that. And I was at a party with a special high school graduate, and that person was Serge Volonikian, our only son. It was his first son that graduated from high school. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Why'd you turn red?
Way to put me on the spot, sir.
Congratulations to the Bulanikian family.
Thank you for that. Any other comments? I know.
Oh, that was exclamation point.
Okay, we can move on to public comment, please. Do we have any?
No, under item 5, oral communications, we don't have any cards or any callers. If anybody in the audience would like to speak and address the commission, they can fill out a card and bring it to me at this time.
Okay, I don't see anyone coming up, so we can move on to the next item, please.
Sure, next item, 6, consent items. At A is approval of the minutes of the commission regular meeting held on May 20th, 2024.
Thank you. I will move to approve the minutes from the commission meeting on May 20th, 2024.
President Alcazar, if I may, I would suggest allowing a different commission member to make any motions in seconds.
Sure.
I will move to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Thank you both.
Okay, Commissioners Kalfayan,
Yes.
Meek,
Yes.
Sardarbakian,
Yes.
Wolfson,
Yes.
President Alcazar.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 7, action items. At A, selection of 2 voting members to serve on the Student Member Selection Committee of the Parks, Recreation, and Community Services Commission. At 1 is a motion selecting 2 voting members of the Parks, Recreation, and Community Services Commission to serve as an ad hoc student member selection committee to screen applicants, select and interview qualified candidates, and recommend to the commission appointment of 2 student ex officio non-voting members.
Good afternoon, President Alcazar, members of the commission. At the last commission meeting, we all went through and approved a policy, and I mentioned that we would be back next month to ask the commission to select 2 committee members from the voting commissioners to sit on the selection committee so that staff could share the applications that we have received. So just as a way of background, the application period opened on May 14th and closed on June 14th. And the following recruitment efforts were made to raise awareness and make sure that the students were aware of this opportunity. So as I mentioned last month, we had a flyer that was created and a specific website that was dedicated to park student commissioners. We had email blasts that went out to our newsletter distribution list, both in May and June. And we have over 4,400 email addresses in our contact list. We also sent the flyer to GUSD and asked them to share it with their high schools. And we also shared the flyer with colleges via College Central and Handshake platforms. And the information went out to colleges such as Glendale Community College, Occidental College, Pasadena City College, Los Angeles City College, Woodbury University, UCLA, USC, CSUN, Caltech, CSULA, Pepperdine, and Claremont. So these were some of the universities that were notified. We also posted through the city manager's office on Nextdoor, and also it has been posted pretty much weekly on the department's social media platforms and also the city's social media platform. So in total, we've seen 71 applications that were initiated, but we have received 10 completed applications, 3 from college students and 7 from high school. We had 4 that were disqualified. Either they weren't a resident or they didn't provide the proper documentation, or they were under the age of, they were not 25 years or younger. So in total, we do have 10 applications, which is good. And at this point, we are looking for a recommendation from the commission for 2 commissioners who could sit on the selection committee. Next steps would be for the selection committee to convene and review the applications, select the number of applicants the selection committee would like to interview. It could be all 10, or they could choose, the top 4, whatever the committee would like to do. And we will be back at commission in August with the recommendations, and preferably would be 1 high school student and 1 college student. So at this time, I would like to request that the commission please make a motion to select 2 commissioners to sit on the selection committee. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
I would like to move that we select 2 members of our commission to sit on the selection committee. That's what you're asking for, right?
We need recommendations. So who
we're recommending? Yes. Oh, okay. Well, who is interested in doing this?
I would recommend Commissioner Sardabakian and maybe yourself, since you were one of the original suggestions.
Well, the only thing is, I did it last year, so I wanted to spread the joy around. It was really fun, seriously, and it was great to meet these young
You did a good job, so.
I'm trying to be generous. Is there anyone who is interested in participating?
I would be happy to serve.
Okay, then we have one.
I'm happy.
Then I move that,
I'm also happy, but if you
Right.
want to go the route of choosing ones, I'm okay with that as well.
okay, well, so you're willing to, you'd like to do it again, is that what you're
I
saying?
think I had a blast, yeah.
It was
especially
really
meeting the young
fun.
people.
It was really fun. I would do it again myself, but I want to be like, you know, let everybody have a chance. So I'll leave it to somebody else to make a motion then.
It looks like we can appoint.
Do-
Does this need to be an appointment, or can we just say yes?
I think somebody needs to make a motion and recommend two individuals, so name the individuals, and then you take a vote. And if it passes, it passes. If it doesn't, then somebody else would need to make a motion.
Can I make the motion?
You betcha.
Commissioner Sardabakian and Commissioner Mick for the two of
There's a motion.
commissioners to serve on the.
Okay, I'll second that.
And I'll take roll call. Commissioners Kalfayan,
Yes.
Meek,
Yes?
Sardarbagian,
Yes,
Wolfson,
Yes.
President Alcazar.
Yes. Okay, thank you. I think we can move to the next item then.
Next is item 8, reports, information only at A, Park Services Section Monthly Activity Report for April 2024.
Good afternoon, President, members of the commission. For the month of April, we completed 81 work orders for non-routine work. Groundskeepers were 50 work orders, pesticide applicator just 1, irrigation repair crew 30 work orders for a total of 402.5 hours, man-hours of labor. I have 4 projects to present to you today. The first one is at Brand Park. You had seen, we can get it to work somehow or other. It's not working. Is this the right remote? Oh, there it goes. Okay, this was the one, I presented this to you last month, and this was the beginning of the work at the doctor's house for the monument, for their, where they're gonna put their historic registry plaques. And you can see the footings, and it's not going again.
It's not moving?
Is it the other one? So this is the finishing of the project. We'd done the footing and the block work before, and we bought used brick, which was very nice. They were very happy with it. You can see that was Jesus, who you just met previously. This is Francisco. The guys did a fantastic job on the brick. The Glendale Historical Society is very happy with the work. They loved it because it does look old and like it's been there for a long time. It has a very historic look to it. So this is them working on it. And that's Francisco putting the cap on, the very last course. And oops, now it's working. There's Francisco again finishing the cap of the monument. And then we get to, there's the finished product right there. And so that's going to blend in nicely. This is, as Armin put in here, to be continued because we now are going to, we're going to mount the plaques on there, beautiful plaques. And we're going to landscape around it to give it some color and soften it up. And it's going to be great. It really ties in with the house wonderfully.
Do we have a date for when you're putting the plaque up?
I don't. I have to get it from the Glendale Historical Society, so I'm just waiting for them to get me the plaques, and we'll go ahead and mount them. So it's going to be, it'll be very soon, so.
The unveiling event will be held July 20th in the morning, I believe.
Is this,
The
cruise night's the same night.
Same, yeah, it's the same day as cruise night. The Glendale Historical Society will be sending out invitations to city council, the commissioners, as well as city staff.
Okay, great.
There we go. Okay, so moving on to our next project, there was a re-landscape project that had happened at the Glendale Transportation Center, the train station, not the building, the new building. And so we had an issue, people were driving over, the landscape hasn't fully established, and so we got some of the uplighting in this planter had gotten run over. And so we planted some decorative plants in there to give it some height without obscuring the building too much. Here's the crew went in and planted, it's gonna look wonderful because these are hesperaloes. Give a nice little splash of color without just putting a giant block of shrubs out there. This is great, and now the drivers can see the circle really well. It was very low before. That was actually our amazing irrigation crew there doing the work. So got that done. I love that building, to be honest with you. And so I think this is great because it doesn't obscure the building with too much shrubbery. And so that's going to work out very well. The guys did that and did a great job. We also added wood chips to the playgrounds that still have the fiber fall in it. Perfect time got it in there before the summer vacation, so the kids are going to be safe in the fall zones. And there's David Lavelle, another new employee as of Friday. He's spreading the wood chips around in the fall zones. This is at Nibley Park. And then there's Elisa and the crew spreading the chips around. So it's kind of nice when they do this because it smells like wood. And I'm a woodworker, so for me this is awesome because I can go there and it smells like a wood shop. And they spread it around real nice, perfect time for summer. It is very time consuming because you got to get in there in the fall zones. You can't really have equipment in there, so it's an awful lot of handwork, but they did it in pretty quickly. This is at Lower Shoal. That's Ryan Hernandez. He's a park maintenance supervisor helping the crew out. They did a great job. That one's Lower Shoal again. And then the upper playground, this one's interesting because just getting the wood chips to this are a little bit of work, to just get it there because it's kind of up in a hill. You can't access it with our trucks that carry that. Again, Lower Shoal. And this is Montrose Park. That's after it's done. Also looks so nice and smooth after it's done. It's great. And then at Verdugo Park, we have just gone through table replacement there. You see all the old aluminum tables there. These were just replaced with concrete tables, which will last a long time. Actually provided a tiny bit more capacity because some of these tables were very small, the aluminum tables. And it's a very uniform look. Each one of these tables weighs about 2,200 pounds, so moving them is not all that easy. Came in on 2 semis, 18 tables per. And so the guys, that's Jesus driving the telehandler forklift, and they've loaded it onto a trailer so they can get it over to the site. And they leveled it out, and they did a really nice job of laying out the tables and making sure they're level and nice. And we actually had to drop them across the street in parking lot number 34, and so they'd have to move them over a little bit at a time because we can't get a truck into Verdugo Park, and these trucks are huge. And so it's a little bit of work, but the guys did a really great job. And they have now it's really nice, uniform. We'll have all concrete tables, not concrete and aluminum. That is a very popular picnic area. It's always crowded. So the guys did a really nice job. There you can see the new tables in place. And that was it for our projects this weekend. Did anyone have any questions?
Thank you for that report. You are definitely keeping Mr. Arias busy.
Oh, yeah. I went over the list with him today, and I told him I'm going to stop now because I'm only halfway through. And so he's busy. He's a busy guy.
And Verdugo Park has a soft place in my heart because my son's first birthday was there. So I'm
Oh, good.
happy to see that we're still, maintaining it and
Oh, yeah.
memories are continued to be made there. Did anyone have any questions?
Do you have any update for the Fremont Park for Commissioner Meek, his air neighborhood?
For Fremont for the construction?
Where are we?
I'm not sure on that. I did see Kevin Todd last week, and he invited me to go by and take a look at it, but I have yet to do that. It was late in the week. I meant to go by. I know they're laying conduit. Some of the buildings are up, but, they're running conduit in the building and
This is the new building?
the new, yeah. So I've got to go by there and take a look at it.
We're hoping that the project will be completed by April of 2025, end of April 2025. But as part of the CIP report next month, we'll bring back more information on the status. But the buildings are going up, the community center, the community building, the tennis pro shop, the tennis courts, as well as all the conduits and irrigation.
Okay. Does that include the picnic pavilions?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Next item is 8B, Recreation and Community Services Section Monthly Activity Report for May 2024.
Good afternoon again. Gabrielle Golia, Community Services Manager with the Recreation Section. So I'll try to keep this as brief as possible. We always have a ton of stuff that's happened. Each May, Community Services and Parks celebrates Older Americans Month, and we try to honor the over 40,000 seniors that live here in the Glendale community. We hosted a Senior Street Fest on May 16th, 2024. We had more than 300 seniors, vendors, city staff, and employees join us for the event. We had sponsorships for this event as well, and I believe that next month the Senior Services section will be back to honor some of those sponsors, but just to point out some of our top sponsors, they generated $7,972 in donations, and the gold sponsors who donated $1,000 or more were JAR Insurance, Glendale Water and Power, and Sage Glendale, just to thank those particular sponsors. And there's some pictures.
It was a great event. I came there and saw everybody having a great time.
Thank you. Yes, it was a very, very well attended, very popular event, and we're looking forward to having it back again in Parcher Plaza next year, I believe. Yeah, she's nodding yes. Youth and Family Services, we had our One Glendale soccer season final game on May 17th at Pacific Park, and John Muir Elementary School secured the hard-fought 1-0 victory in that soccer game. So congratulations to Muir Elementary School on winning the championship. Parents' Night Out was held on Friday, May 10th. We had 21 children join us at that event. Trails and Open Space had 4 different events taking place during the month of May. We had an interpretive hike, Insects and the Plants They Love, up at Duke-Majan Wilderness Park on May 4th. We had our typical Riverwalk and Wilderness Work Days at Riverwalk and Duke-Majan throughout the month. And we are working very hard on bringing back our Trail Safety Patrol program. So we had our orientation on May 25th for the program. We had 9 recruits join us for that. So it's a good number and more are coming. Not everybody could attend that first training, so we will be offering an additional orientation for those staff. And we are, just this past weekend, we had our CPR and first aid course for the participants and volunteers in that program. The Stone Barn Nature Center continues to have amazing programs taking place. We are still open for visitors Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. During the month of May, 917 guests visited the Stone Barn during the days that it was open. We had some really fun local organizations come out in May, including the Theodore Payne Foundation and Afro Outdoors. They brought their participants up to learn about the programs that we have and to do some of their own self-guided hikes and activities up in the park, and they visited the barn. The GO program was held on May 11th. We had 21 participants, and they all learned about frogs this month. We are continuing to offer the Wander the Wilderness bus program, the free bus from South Glendale every single weekend. So we alternate Saturdays and Sundays heading up to Duke-Majan. Here's some more pictures of our field trips. So we had 424 students visit Duke-Majan in May, which is amazing. We love it. That's also funded. The buses for that, if they're within Glendale, are funded by Metro as well. We had R.D. White, Glen Oaks, and Fremont Elementary Schools. We also had First Steps Kindergarten, and we had some high schoolers come and visit us in May. So that was a really exciting time. Usually it's the younger kids that are coming up, but we had a French program come up, and one of our staff is fluent in French. So he actually taught the program in French to the students, which was a nice bonus. Youth and Family Services continued to host the Teen Night Out every Friday. We also had our STAR students training as role models every Tuesday in May. They were discussing summer activities, and they created some connections with their program sponsors. And May was the last portion of the mentoring in middle schools at Toll and Wilson Middle Schools. And our own student ex officio commissioner, Shant, was able to come out and do a presentation to the kids as part of the program, trying to tell the kids about his experience with CSU Northridge and heading off to UC. Maple All-Inclusive Play Day took place on Saturday, May 18th. And then our Club Maple program held the annual anniversary celebration on May 30th. So these are continuing to be very popular programs. Senior lunchtime celebrations. On May 5th, participants enrolled in the elderly nutrition program celebrated Cinco de Mayo at the ARC. And on May 16th, they celebrated Mother's Day at both the ARC and Spar Heights Community Center. For that program, in May, we served 3,522 meals in the Congregate Meals program, and 1,820 meals were delivered through the Home Delivered Meals program. And we had 54 unduplicated clients enrolled in the Supported Services program as of May 31st. That brings us to a close of what we had happen in May, and here are some of our upcoming programs. Mental health presentations. We have presentations in partnership with LA County Department of Mental Health, and that's on June 21st and June 28th, both from 10 to 11 a.m. Go Skate Day is June 21st from 4 to 8 p.m. That's a free program at the Verdugo Skate Park for people to come out and skate. We invite everybody to skate that day. Teen Night Out, the Teen Night Out is every Friday from 5 to 9 p.m. We will not have a Teen Night Out on July 5th due to the holiday weekend, but all other Friday nights we will have the Teen Night Out program. Wander the Wilderness Bus continues, and we have it Sundays, June 23rd and July 14th from Maple Park, and Saturdays, June 29th and July 6th from Pacific Park. Summer concerts are back. They're coming up. They start in July. So the Wednesday concerts will take place in Verdugo Park beginning July 10th. Friday concerts will take place on the lawn behind Brand Library Art Center beginning July 12th. And Thursday concerts will take place at Perkins Plaza beginning on August 1st. We do have our Riverwalk Workday coming up on July 13th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Riverwalk. Also on July 13th is the Brand Park Lawns classic film Under the Stars. And this is with the Alex Film Society, Glendale Historical Society, and Northwest Glendale Homeowners Association and Brand Associates. So everybody is going to be a part of this wonderful event. And we somehow missed our flyer for Cruise Night, but again, Cruise Night, July 20th. I think it's because it's more than a month out, but just gonna say it again since we talked about it earlier. Cruise Night, July 20th. And if people are interested in registering or being a part of it, they can visit GlendaleCruiseNight.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If I may, the soccer was a lot of fun. The kids are getting better every year that I go to that event, and the competitions have really ramped up. We even had some cheerleaders from one of our local I think the Rams foot cheerleaders were there. Could you tell me the Go Skate Day again?
Yeah, Go Skate Day is June 21st. Let me just verify that. Yes, June 21st from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And that's going to be at the Verdugo Skate Park.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Just thank you,
Thank
Gabrielle.
you.
Okay, and that's all we have on the agenda. Next is adjournment.
It is 3:20 p.m. and I will adjourn the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.